You as an ambitious professional thinks that being overweight is not only costing your health, but it's also costing your energy levels at work, your confidence when you talk with clients, and also you're missing out on a lot of career opportunities. So in this video, I'm going to share a lot of mistakes that you've been doing and also what you should do instead. And by sticking to the end of this video, you'll see a lot of benefits. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell to get notified whenever I'm making a new video about weight loss advice every single week for men. And also make sure you hit the like button. I use these strategies to lose 60 pounds in 8 months and keep it off for 13 years, and I've helped dozens of men just like you lose up to 60 pounds and finally escape the yo-yo dieting cycle. And if you're tired of constantly losing and gaining the same weight, I want to help you get to your healthy self without giving up the foods that you love. You most likely go to work and you have no energy levels, you have lack of focus when you are talking with the clients, and you are also missing out on a lot of career opportunities because you have no knowledge in regards to what types of foods that you really need to consume on a daily basis to have sustainable energy levels. So I often hear a lot of my clients going to work and they are eating a couple of white toast and drinking juice, and they have a lot of fogginess, so they're not ready when they are doing the presentations and they feel lack of confidence talking with clients. So I always recommend that when you are starting out your morning, you could, for example, eat 3-4 eggs and 2-3 couple of whole wheat toast, because whole wheat toast is going to give you a lot of long-term sustainable energy because it's high in fiber. I also recommend that your macros are 45% of daily calories come from protein, because high protein diet helps you not only maintain the muscle but also keeping the muscles in a way that you are mostly just burning a lot of fat. And then you want to have 40% of your daily calories come from carbs. That could be fast digestible carbs to have a fast energy. For example, if you know that you're going to be very focused for an hour when you're doing presentations for your clients, and also for long-term sustainable energy levels. For example, you're working like 6, 7, 8 hours a day, so by having the foods that you consume through slow digestible carbs like whole wheat bread, you are releasing the energy levels through a couple of hours, and you are not feeling that you have for example, you are missing out on energy in the afternoon where you've been at work for long and you're probably going to burn out, and you also want to have more energy after work, so that's going to be very beneficial for you. And also with drinking more water can definitely help you increase your focus. I see a lot of ambitious men who are going to work, they are only drinking coffee. Coffee is a good way for you to increase your focus, but problem is that you are also flushing out a lot of water because caffeine is reducing a lot of the water you have in your system, so that can also make you feel dehydrated. So replenishing that with water, like 4 or 5 liters of water throughout the day, can also increase the energy levels, and you are also debloating yourself. If you are someone who's been eating a lot of fast digestible carbs like candy or fruits, you are just not being able to feeling full for longer because it's fast digestible carbs, so you're most likely just getting a surge of energy levels, and then you're just having the drop after a couple of hours. So I also recommend that you are switching up the fast digestible carbs with slow digestible carbs. And also, you are probably someone who is also feeling that you are hungry a lot of the times, so that also affects your focus when you are trying to do your task. So I also recommend that you are focusing on spreading out the water that you're drinking, so you are eating some meals with high in protein. There could be lean chicken breast, some veggies to increase the fiber, and also the whole wheat toast or whole wheat pasta. Just a combination of all these things can increase the for example, the fullness, and also drinking water to that, so you are reducing the cravings. I would love to know, what is your biggest takeaway so far? Just comment below and let me know. Another mistake that I've seen a lot of the ambitious professional men just like yourself are doing is that you're just eating whatever you want. You have no knowledge around what to eat. For example, that can see you are going to work and you're going to the canteen and you're just most likely eating a lot of the foods that they have. But problem is that if you're just eating based on your hunger levels, you are most likely just eating way more than your body actually needs. And the problem with that is there's something that's called maintenance calories, and that is the amount of calories your body needs to maintain its current weight. But since you've for 10-20 years you've just been eating with no idea of what the maintenance calories are, you are shooting above your maintenance calories, so you're eating a calorie surplus. So you are eating way more than your body needs, and eventually you're just going to eat more calories, and throughout the years you are increasing the inches around your waist and your face, and you are also bulging out your stomach through the shirt. That makes you feel less confident when you're trying on clothes and going to work, doing presentations. And not only are you going to feel less confident wearing the clothes that you want and avoiding pictures, but it also happens that the clients that you're talking with is also feeling less confident of how you're portraying yourself, because to be honest, the way you're feeling about yourself, if you're feeling disgusted and had lack of energy and focus, that also translates into the energy that you're portraying when you are talking with clients or colleagues for that matter, and you're not getting all the career opportunities that you want. You are maybe just envious of your colleagues. So I always recommend that when you are at that point, you should focusing on figuring out the macros of a macro calculator, where you're typing in your age, gender, your height, activity levels. From there you start with the macros of 45% of the daily calories come from protein, 45% or 40% coming from carbs, and then the last is fat. And then you reducing the calories with 200 calories, and then you follow that for a couple of weeks, and working out 5 times a week in the gym, and cardio 4 times a week on a stationary bike with a heart rate of 120 or 150. And you should also track your steps, like 6,000, 8,000 steps. If you have never done that before, it's no wonder that it's just going the wrong direction for you, because you're missing out on all the for example, a healthy life with your family. When you are finishing work, you are most likely not want to go out with your wife because you're just feeling embarrassed how you look in the mirror, and avoiding taking pictures. And even if you do take your pictures, it's not going to help you. So I know that if you're someone who's been struggling with that for so long, it's just easier to focusing on small changes and having someone alongside that can help you. Because if you're doing this on your own, it can be very tricky, because you have a lot of emotion that can hinder your progress. So I always recommend like talking with a professional who's been through the same journey just like me. I remember when I was trying this, I tried 2-3 years with doing this with no coach, but eventually I just hired a coach because I was tired of working out and spending endless amount of hours doing the treadmill and also using the weights. So I just definitely learned from my mistakes by having someone alongside who can encourage me what to do. And when you're starting out with weights, it's often that you want to having a program that is tailored to you, with building a lean toned muscular body. And it should also, I know that a lot of you professionals are having a lot of task on your hand that makes it difficult to prioritize, but sometimes there's a lot of noise into your life that can make you take away the endless amount of opportunities to hit the gym. I'm always focusing on working out in the morning because that's just where I'm most fresh, and I have packed my bag before the day before, so I go to the gym, and eventually I just start hitting the gym, had some earphones in, and before I go into the gym, I always study the workout videos that I have from my coach, because in the beginning you are not able to be 100% perfect, but just the small dedication of you putting in the work and also taking the opportunity to talk with your wife, loved ones that you are embarking on this lifestyle change can get you the encouragement that you need, so you don't get pulled away from, like, there can be a lot of temptations that you want to eat, but it takes some time. And I'm not saying that anyone should be perfect in regards to doing that. It takes some time for you to get adjusted to this lifestyle change. And for example, if you're someone who have a lot of excuse and mindset shift, it takes a lot of confidence regards to building up these habits. So just taking one day at a time, it can be tough, but eventually it's just going to help you getting the results that you want. I remember when I was trying to do this, I was having a lot of trouble with sticking to my plan because I feel like I was missing out on a lot of things. But it's always figuring out the short-term benefits and also the long-term benefits, because if you are someone who's been focusing on short-term benefits like eating this piece of cake, it can be nice in the short run, but in the long run you're just going to have a lot more opportunities to enjoy that with more good conscious. Because if you are on a calorie deficit diet with 200 or 300 calories and you're eating this piece of cake like the first day, the calorie deficit you created is going to be erased, so you're not going to lose weight, and it's most likely just going to make you feel very upset. One of the things that have been helping me a lot is just scheduling out my calendar. So I have the first thing that I do in the morning on Sundays is I'm blocking out all the days that I need to work out, and also being realistic how long it takes for me to perform the 6,000 or 8,000 steps, and just making sure that you are not having your notification on your phone, because you're probably getting a lot of notifications from work and other people, and that makes it difficult to stick to your plan because you want to just take calls and break out of your rhythm, and that's not going to be helpful for the long run. And I'm also packing my, for example, my gym bag the day before, so I have everything in the bag and going to the gym and just being over with it and having headphones on, because that's making it easier not to waste time when you are at the gym. I see too many ambitious professionals saying they are having lack of time when they are at the gym or just in their daily life, but I also see that a lot of these people are just talking with too many people and they are resting too long. I always recommend that when you are working out, it should be 60 seconds, 45 to 60 seconds, depending on the amount of weights that you are lifting and the exercise. If it's compound movements, which basically are the three first exercises you're doing in the beginning of the workouts, where you're targeting several muscle groups, that is more demanding. For example, it could be squats, that's more demanding, so you are just having 60 seconds of rest because you are having an increased intensity of your workout, and in intensity of your workout helps you not only burn more fat but also build more muscle, and the more muscle mass you have, you're going to lose weight even faster and maintain muscle. So you, after your workout and after your weight loss journey, you've been having a lot of more muscle, and the amount of fat that is around your, for example, the muscle is being reduced, so the skin isn't so big, so there's not a large layer of fat around the muscle, and that gives you off that lean tone muscular look that you want to strive for. And when you are working out diligently with this way, you are focusing on, for example, my muscle connection, where you are having a connection between the brain to the specific muscle that helps you targeting the muscle that you want. For example, if you're working out your chest, there can be a problem with targeting the chest because you are using, for example, incline chest press. You can either target the front part of your shoulder or the front part of the chest or the upper chest. So by arching the back and focusing on positioning yourself in the way that makes you target the upper part of the chest, you can also feel that area being worked. Because if you are someone who is just mindedly working out and moving the weights without feeling the muscle being worked, you are not breaking down the muscle tissues, and the end result is that you are not getting this upper part of the chest being developed, and in the end you're not going to get that lean to muscular body, and it doesn't translate in you getting this, for example, confident body with a nice hourglass figure, or it's more like a V shape that accentuates your frame, that also makes you appear more dominant and have a lot more authority when you are wearing the suit and you want to give off a presentation with a lot of confidence. You are building a lot of confidence, being more competent when you're at the gym, because you are just being more focused and you are naturally removing all the noise and disruption that is on your path, and that is also something that translates when you are working. Just because you're someone working a full-time job, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should feel depressed and also frustrated with how you've been in this type of situation. I want to encourage you because I used to be in this situation where I was just keep trying for years, losing weight and gain the same weight back, and I was not seeing any progress, and I felt like my life was flashing by me. And also, even if you are someone who is single right now and you really want to start dating, but you feel that you have no confidence in yourself anymore, and that also translates to work, it shouldn't make you feel bad, but something motivated to start doing something. Because eventually, if you've just been going to the gym, and I applaud you for doing that, but there's also a lot of things that you're missing out on if you're not taking the right measurements. I always recommend that you are focusing on following people who've been on your journey, and in my program we have a community of like-minded men who are there supporting each other, and every single week we have clients who are coming on coaching calls with me, and I'm talking with them, getting all the answering their questions in regards to how they are doing with the curriculum, and that also makes them feel more accountable to their own success. What my program is more about is group coaching, where we have a lot of guys who are just talking and sharing their wins throughout the days or weeks, and I'm there giving them advice from my own journey, because losing 60 pounds in 8 months and kept it off for 13 years, it takes a lot of mental focus and also a lot of guidance. And if you're someone who's just been doing this for your own, I can definitely encourage you to join my community. Of course, you also need to go through an application, because you just need to hop on a Zoom call with me and we just talk and see if you're fit to work with me. Some of the supplements that I can recommend is, for example, creatine. If you're someone who's been working out 4 or 5 times in the gym and also doing cardio and necessary steps to create this calorie deficit to lose weight even faster, you're going to feel very exhausted and you have a lot of muscle pains from working out. So increasing your creatine levels with buying it in these cans that could be 5 grams of creatine can help you increase the amount of rest. For example, you are not having a lot of soreness and it's going to be removed very fast. And also whey protein, for example, it could be, let's say you are eating 45% of your daily calories come from protein. It can be difficult to eat most of that from lean chicken breast and turkey, tuna, or ground beef with low fat, because it's like high quality foods, and there's also foods that can make you feel very full. So just drinking some of that could, for example, be 60 grams of whey protein from, for example, the brand My Protein, and then you can drink 400 grams of skim milk, because that's just like drinking a shaker, like a milkshake. So you're getting like 70 grams of protein very fast, so you are increasing your protein intake very fast and you're not feeling so full. So that's some of the advice that I can get to you. And if you feel like you've been spinning your wheels for so many years and you've seen the cost of being overweight has affected your life in a way that you are not seeing the results that you want from working, and you're feeling breathless when you're taking the stairs, and you hate how you look in the mirror and avoiding taking pictures, I feel like it's the right time for you to take action. Because I used to be in a place where I was just sitting around being frustrated that I had no knowledge in regards to how to work out properly, doing cardio, or just maintaining my weight. And even though I was working out for several hours a day, and I would just keep gaining more weight, and I was feeling that my life was passing away. And a lot of peers or colleagues that were just enjoying their summer vacations on the beach with having shirtless pictures and being very attractive. It's also, as a man, is something that you are feeling proud of, that you have a body that you can show to others, but also feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin. And if you're someone who's been trying for endless of amount of years losing weight and gaining the same weight back, and you feel that you're at the point of you are just having diabetes, is most likely because you are just spinning the same wheels. Imagine that you've been buying a car, but what does the car do for you if you are still overweight and you are probably having a lot of health issues? I always recommend that investing in someone who can help you, who's been on a certain journey, is something that is long-term benefiting you compared to if you're just buying a new car, because a car is something that it doesn't necessarily need to be the most expensive car. But if you are someone who's having your wife leaving you because of you just feeling that you are not comfortable in your own skin, you're just being very lazy and not working out, this is definitely a sign for you, because I was just fed up with not being comfortable with myself. So if you're someone who at your heaviest weight you've ever been, and that what I've just mentioned to you can resonate with, and want to be at your healthiest weight you've ever been, just like with the client transformation you saw in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description and also in the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me, and we'll see if you are fit to work with me, and we'll just build game plans together so we can help you lose the weight for good and become healthy.